Good afternoon, Aftermath followers. Now, as I'm sure all of you know, because you've been very carefully paying attention so far, it's the big day, day 100. It's 100 days that I've been doing these push-ups, 70 days of the walking, I don't know, 40 days of the lifting, even 10 days of yoga. But more importantly, 10,000 push-ups. That's a lot of push-ups. And I think it might be more than I've ever done in my life, including the Navy. And that's saying something. So I was trying to think, what do I talk about, right? Because obviously we have to have a big, very special episode. And I realized, this beautiful rainy day I've got is perfect for it because, I've talked a lot about routine. I've talked a lot about disruptions to routine. The whole no days off thing, all that. It kind of comes in perfectly here, but in the end, it's about just making it simple, right? Or more accurately, don't make it harder than it has to be. There's a lot of things that we've got to do that are difficult, right? Work, helping the kids survive to adulthood, getting along with people, existing. I mean, everything is hard, especially nowadays. We got the virus, the world is dissolving. It's crazy. But this whole process for me has really been kind of an exercise in how can I keep it simple. I've tried many times to start habits like this, and you always get excited. Oh, hey, let's do the extra thing. Let's do that. So that's why this time around, the goal wasn't to start a workout. I'm not over here trying to get a routine, a workout routine, and map out the most efficient. No, just some activity. Just keeping it simple, making it easy, and making it something I can do. Now, that might not be your thing. Push-ups might hurt. I don't know, maybe you got a shoulder problem. I don't know. But there's always something. Jumping jacks, sit-ups, the walk, whatever. Find something you like to do and do it. Do it a bunch of times and keep doing it even when you don't especially want to. You'd be amazed. Now, the other thing is this whole Fitspo thing, this whole fitness inspiration. All these motivational videos. Well, guess what? It's not about you. It's about me. And when you're doing your workout, it's about you. It's not about your friends. It's not about your parents. It's not about your kids. It's not about anybody else. It's about you. Now, I know we like to say, oh, do it for you. Well, it's not necessarily, it doesn't have to be like that. A lot of what I'm doing is I'm doing it for the kids. I'm doing it for my family, for my wife, who's been very supportive. Thank you, Kate. But it's about me. These videos are about me. Because I feel it's almost like a diary. Dear diary. But getting out here, talking this stuff, getting out of my brain helps me. But also, it's my accountability. I know that I have to make one of these videos because I told myself I would make one of these videos each time. So, don't be afraid to be selfish about it, right? This is about you, not about anybody else. And if anybody has a problem with the video, well, eat it. Go watch something else. There's plenty of things, more attractive people, more interesting things to watch. But for those of you who do come in, watch the video, leave a comment, talk about it, thanks. It means a lot. It's really been a huge part of keeping me going. The first time I was at a work function, and a couple people I don't see every day came up and were like, so how are the push-ups going? That made it, man. That made it work. So find the thing that you have to do to keep your motivation, to keep yourself going, and do it. It's is it cool? No, it's not. It's very uncool to be a guy walking around the streets of town, talking about walking around the streets of town. But guess what? I'm not cool either. I mean, it's not about that. Once again, it's just about me and what works for me. And that's, I think, the biggest thing I learned is I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm not out here showing you my perfect dumbbell row form because it's probably terrible. But you know what? My shoulders, my upper back are in a lot better shape than they've been in a long time. Same thing with this. Like, I'm still fat. You know, one day, I'll show you the pictures. I took pictures day one, every week or two, up through now. And you know what? I'm still fat. But what I am is I'm a hell of a lot less fat than I was. And cardiovascular, joint-wise, I'm really a lot better. I'm not going to be, a cover model for Men's Fitness anytime soon. But what I'm going to be is probably a lot less likely to die of a heart attack. So that's the other thing. It's like, it's not binary, it's a sliding scale. And even if you're not able to do anything crazy, if you do some simple physical thing, a couple minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes a day, that you hadn't been doing, well, guess what? At the end of 100 days, it's a few thousand minutes of activity that you hadn't been doing before. Yeah, you get the left side now. This is crazy. We're getting real outside of the box here. But it's just like, we always make it harder than we need to. We're always out here challenging ourselves. Oh, we got to go the extra mile. You know what? No, do the first mile first. Then you can worry about the extra mile. And that's kind of what I'm trying to talk about. And yeah, most of you watching this are probably in better shape than I am. You probably have much better workout habits than I am, and that's fine. But maybe somebody out there that is in the same spot. Send them over here, have them take a look. Now, mainly, you should do that just so it drives my viewership, so that I get more ego cookies, okay? This is very important. But besides that, it might help somebody. I don't know, like, will I ever have 1 million subscribers? No. But each one of you looking, you're helping. And maybe, I don't know, if we're talk to the people that we know need to change, maybe you can help them, just kind of give them the same idea. Just do a little thing more every day. And before you know it, you've done 10,000 push-ups. I mean, really all I want is to get myself in a better spot, but it's fun to share the journey with some people. Yeah, I know it's share the journey. No days off. You got to have some catchphrases, right? But it doesn't have to be hard work. It's just some work, And that's why you got to pick a thing that works for you. Well, and the other thing is, as I start going up this hill, I'm probably going to start huffing and puffing. That's the other side, is like, you don't need to fool yourself. You don't need to lie to yourself. Like, if you're out of shape, you're out of shape. If walking up the hill makes you huff and puff, well, that's fine. That's why you're doing it. I remember back before I started this, I'd go take the dog for a walk every now and then, and even though there's no one around, I'd be ashamed of myself for huffing and puffing walking up the hill. Once I started doing this and I took ownership and I said, hey, I'm not where I need to be, but I want to get better, then I started just letting myself breathe heavy. Because you know what? I'm working. I don't have to apologize to anybody, but on top of that, to myself, because I'm working on it. And it's that mindset switch that I think is important. Like, it's, like, you go to the gym, right? There's 1 million people who are in better shape than you, working harder, lifting more weights, running faster. That's what this has been good for me, because I'm just out here doing my thing by myself. And yeah, people in these houses might see me talking to myself on the phone and be like, what a weirdo. But you know what? I'm out here getting better, and they're in their house. So to hell with them. But it's the self-conscious thing, which I think kills a lot of us. Some figuratively, some literally. So, I don't know, I guess all I could say is, like, it doesn't have to be a lot, right? It's not easy, necessarily, but it's simple. Just find a thing and do it. If you have anything you'd like to add to it, I'd love to hear it. I've heard about a couple people doing push-ups, adding in a walk, whatever. But let me know, because it helps me, but it'll help you too. Alright guys, that's about everything I have. I'm going to sign off for now, but do your push-ups, do your yoga, no days off.